A little later, Bragan, accompanied by a guard, is posting a notice on a board in the corridor. Quinn approaches, clearly agitated.
Bragan! What's all this nonsense about having to have a pass to see the examiner?
It's the governor's idea.
Surely it doesn't apply to me.
It's not my order, Quinn. I expect the governor wants to keep people away from him.
It sounded like one of your red tape ideas.
It has nothing to do with me.
Bragan returns his attention to the notice board.
Right.
Frustrated, Quinn strides away, practically colliding with Janley.
Oh, God.
Sorry, Janet.
My fault.
You all right?
Yes. Lesterson's just cleared me out of his lab. Is the examiner going to let him open the capsule?
I don't know. I'm on my way there now. If I can push past Bragan's army of layabouts.
Later that evening, the doctor takes Ben and Polly to Lesterson's laboratory for their first look at the mysterious space capsule. They are joined by Lesterson, Quinn, and Hensel. Almost immediately, the doctor spots the piece of metal that Lesterson was polishing earlier. He picks it up and examines it worriedly.
Where did you get this? It dropped from the capsule. Dropped? Yes, when it was being hauled into the laboratory. But you can see, this metal could revolutionize space travel. That's why I'm insisting that we open it. Well, who knows what other marvels there may be inside.
But Lesterson, I didn't think you could open it.
Well, I have a theory. I'm convinced that the opening mechanism on the other side is either here...
While Lesterson is occupied, the doctor pulls out the piece of metal he found in the TARDIS and compares it with Lesterson's piece. They are identical.
Now, my theory is that I can insert a laser ray in this ridge here. The ray spreads, fuses the opening device, and gets us in.
Examiner, I shall have to make it your responsibility. A laser, why not? It shouldn't be too difficult.
The laser fires at the first spot Lesterson indicated. Nothing happens.
Well, we'll try the other side.
Lesterson refocuses the laser. The hatchway slides open. The doctor and Lesterson step into the capsule and find themselves in a small, brightly lit chamber. The doctor moves to the far wall and begins studying it intently. Hensel, Quinn, Ben and Polly all crowd into the tiny space behind them.
It's a bit disappointing.
Not really. This is just an entryway, isn't it?
Yes. I suppose so.
Well, this doesn't get us very far, does it?
Getting into the rest of the capsule will take time, Governor.
Well, can't you use that torch thing again? That must be an open door.
I shall have to measure it up and find out where the lock mechanism is.
I think we'll leave it for tonight.
Yes.
Leave it for tonight? But what are we coming here for?
That is my decision, Governor.
For good heavens above, man. 100 years, you say, this has been buried?
Or at least, there must be something in the inner compartments. We shall be able to find out where it came from originally.
It didn't come from this planet, Falcon.
No. The metal is quite alien.
Alien. Yes, very alien. Good night.
The doctor leaves the laboratory.
What's he up to now?
Then we're not going to let him out of our sight.
Ben and Polly follow the doctor from the lab. Once they're out of earshot, Hensel rounds on Lesterson.
Well, Lesterson, you got your way. Was it worth sending for this examiner, this idiotic examiner?
I didn't send for him. I thought you did.
Why don't you let me talk to the examiner, Hensel? I can find out what he's here for.
No. You keep away from him. We'll leave him to work with Lesterson here. We've all got enough to do without having to worry about some amateur critic from Earth interfering.
It's 5 minutes.
You heard what I said, Quinn. You won't mind keeping the examiner busy, Lesterson? I don't mind what you do with him, so long as you keep his nose out of our business.
Yes, all right.
All right, well, we shall talk about it tomorrow.
Left alone, Lesterson returns to his workbench, where he quickly realizes that his metal sample has disappeared. His brow creases in concern. Later that night, Polly wakes Ben.
Ben!
What?
She's in the corridor.
Who is?
The doctor, you clod. Come quick. He's going towards Lesterson's lab.
Of course, to the space capsule.
Come on.
The doctor steps into the deserted laboratory, which is eerily illuminated by the light emanating from the glowing interior of the capsule. Reaching the capsule entrance, he dips into his pockets and takes out the 2 pieces of metal, the one stolen from Lesterson's bench, the other from the TARDIS. Ben and Polly appear in the doorway of the lab just in time to see the Doctor disappear into the capsule. Inside, the Doctor crosses to the far wall. He inserts one of the pieces of metal into a narrow opening. An inner door slides open, revealing a second compartment. The Doctor edges forward, peering into the gloom. 2 shapes are silhouetted against the dull metal glow of the compartment. Shapes that, despite the dust and the cobwebs, are all too familiar. Daleks. Without turning round, the Doctor addresses his 2 companions.
Molly, Ben, come in and meet the Daleks. What? The Daleks.
Polly moves closer and peers into the alcove. As she approaches, the sucker arm of one of the Daleks drops unexpectedly.
You could have opened this before.
These 2 pieces of metal are identical. The Doctor got one of them from the Daleks himself.
Why do you keep saying the Doctor if you mean you?
I knew I should find them here. I knew it.
They look harmless, not very lively.
What do you think? 200 years in a swamp and you wouldn't look very lively either. Nothing could live through that, could it?
Live?
Nothing human, no.
Take a look.
What's the matter?
The Doctor kneels to examine the marks on the dusty floor.
But there were 3 Daleks in here. What's happened to the other one?
Ben catches sight of something moving in the corner behind the Doctor.
Doctor!
The Doctor spins around. A clawed mutant scuttles from the shadows across the floor.